2 between your Matsu Miners and the Chugiak Chinooks. Tonight we're going to have our second matchup between Wyatt Tucker and this time around we got Carson Cody, another bio product on the mound. We saw Heinrich earlier in the first game, and now we're going to get to see his teammate. The only game that Cody's actually pitched so far this year came against the Miners. He was 2 innings, gave up 4 runs. Definitely not his best performance, but looking for a different one here. And on the side of Wyatt Tucker, he only got 0.1 innings so far for the Miners. Nothing else really came out of it.
Yeah, Tucker looked good on Tuesday. All the A&M boys got to pitch on Tuesday. In a game that looked lost for the majority of the game, but obviously they came back to win. And Wyatt Tucker got his first experience. Now he's on the ball game too.
Number 10,
obviously
Will
only a 7-inning game. So Miners will probably look for Wyatt Tucker to get some good innings today.
There's a lot of moving pieces for this Chinooks team, but one that has remained consistent right now is Will Bass at the top of their batting order. He will lead them off once again here in the game 2. First pitch is going to go far outside for Tucker. It's going to be ball 1 to start it off for the Miners.
Yeah, Tucker, one of the 3 A&M pitchers on this roster, all right-handers, all with good stuff.
All getting a good chance to really get active early. We saw Majors get the save in game 1, and now we're going to see a start on the other end of it in game 2. It's going to be 3 straight balls to start this one, though, for Tucker. Could be starting off with a walk. Just when we thought we were getting away with that. First strike of the game, though, is called. Different umpires for this game as well, so it's going to see a different strike zone. He made some solid contact on that one, cracks it down, gonna underhand it. Riley to Tucker for the first out, a quick ground out, and that's going to be the first put away of the game.
Yeah, a nice job by Tucker. Down 3-0 in the count.
Shortstop.
Put me over pitch.
Number 15,
put me over pitch
John
there
Mark Mullins.
to get back into
At the
it.
plate.
Yeah, Tucker doing a good job battling back in that weak ground ball over to Sorelli.
And number 2 in the batting order, same old, John Mark Mullins, their shortstop, pulling up number 15. He's going to be looking for some more success here, as they really couldn't generate a whole lot of any offense in that last game besides walks.
That ball missed just off. 1-0 on Mullins. Yeah, the Chinooks had trouble just hitting the ball last game. They got bailed out by a bunch of walks. Couldn't bring any of them across, though.
That one's going to be a strike on the inside, painting the black all around him. Tucker in his windup now, the delivery. That one's going to go on the outside, though. Going to move the count to a 2-1.
Tucker has a good defensive alignment behind him. Same defensive alignment as last game. Miners made just 1 error the entire game.
And I think that's also a sign of just this team really meshing as they're moving forward together. That one's going to be chipped off, moving the count to even now. The more pieces they get, obviously it's going to be a bit hard to mesh initially, but adding in those defensive presence, they had Tyler Wilson drive in his first RBI on his first hit last game.
Tyler Wilson had a really nice day at the plate, even though he only had 1 hit.
That one's going to bounce off around the shoes for ball 3. Full count now.
Deck will be Matt Magno. We did not see him at all in game 1, but back in the lineup in the 3-hole for game 2.
And I think this is going to be a great opportunity for Tucker. With A&M this last year, the longest he ever went was only about an inning. So, really working on developing his talent there as he gets a nice strikeout.
Up next for the Chinooks.
We're back on the fastball there. Wyatt Tucker put
First
him away,
baseman,
showing that he can
number
hit
17,
5 hitters on a
Matt
3-2
Magno.
fastball.
Tucker now is going to face Matt Magno. Did not break the lineup for the last game, but in this one they're going to be having him at first base and third in their lineup. That one's going to cause him to lean back just a little bit.
Breaking ball just missed. Almost spun that in the zone. Said it on Sunday, but Matt Magno has baseball bloodlines in his family. His brother Andrew is a star relief pitcher for Ohio State and is now in the Tigers organization.
That one's going to go low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes right now, but 2 outs in the inning. A chance for a real quick one. And Wyatt Tucker's endurance is really going to depend on how long and how many innings or pitches he's going to have in each inning. As that one's going to be chipped down, dug into the dirt and backwards for the first strike on that foul ball.
2-1 now. Tucker's fallen behind each hitter of this inning, but managed to get the first 2 guys out.
It should be a consistent trend for the pitching staff as well.
Hopefully that trend continues right here.
That was a break back into the zone. Nice curve on that one, evening up the count at 2-2.
Maybe a curve or a slider there for Tucker. Nice breaking ball. Located it well.
There's a chance for the strikeout, but instead he's going to keep this battle going at least just 1 pitch longer. Magnow buries that one in the dirt as well. He's really on top of it with his bat right now. Can't seem to really get below these low pitches.
Magno is one of the only guys in this lineup with really any pop.
A lot of power behind him, but still, that one's going to be another ball. 3-2 now. Full count once again.
He had 9 home runs this spring for Northwood University, Division II. That's my neck of the woods of Michigan.
And he does have a lot of power, so that one is not going to be necessary for that at bat, as that's going to be the first walk of the game for Wyatt Tucker. Sending Magnow to the plate, but I was going to say he has a lot of power, and honestly, maybe the most on the team, but he also has the lowest batting average.
Yeah, he's really struggled out of the shoot this year.
Comes
Joe
a
Keel comes in to
designated
play now. He
hitter
really
for
struggled.
the Chinooks.
He really did.
55,
He also
Joe Keel.
was working with a lot of wild pitches in that last game in the catcher position. Going to be relieved of those duties this time. But he's just going to be working on hitting as the DH for the Chinooks tonight. Hopefully he's able to string something together. There's a hit, but it's once again going to go back to Tucker. And Tucker back to Shirelli once again for 2 of the 3 outs in that inning.
Hey fans, get out those red tickets. We're going to give away some prizes, compliments at Metro Regional Hospital.
Reaching base on walks.
First winning ticket,
Right back to the
977
bottom of the first. Miners coming up to the
8318.
plate after this.
977-8318. Here's another win. Center fielder number 8, Josh Horozek.
Welcome back to Harlan Brothers Field as we are ready to kick off the bottom of the first inning now. But Josh Morozic coming back up to the plate. Morozic was all over the bases in the first part of this doubleheader. Got on in a walk, and an error, and a hit, and he was stealing every time he was out there.
Yeah. Stole a couple of bags, and then pickoff throw by the pitcher Estrada rolled past the first baseman all the way down the line. He got up to third and ended up scoring.
It's a nice chip on that one. Leo Harris, the speedster, out in left field, trying to chase down any foul ball that's going to be over there, and he's going to have a good chance should it land near him. That one going to land harmlessly to the ground. 1-1 count now for Morozic.
Morozic does have some pop for a guy so speedy.
There's another chipper shot. This one's going to the right side, but that is going to be tracked down. Colby Ferris able to reel that one in.
Morozic gave that one a ride, hit that one pretty deep right field, but Ferris a couple steps away from the warning track, able to run it down.
That might have been
And now
his shot so
the
far.
Metsu Miners left field
Definitely
number
more of a
44,
dink and dunk
Tyler Wilson.
between the defenders. But that time he's going to be put away for the first out here in the bottom of the first. Tyler Wilson, one of the newer names here on the Miners lineup, got his first hit in the last game, also tallied up an RBI to go along with it. And he's going to chip that one into the dirt as well. Looked like it was a bit low for him as he chipped the top of it down. Wilson eyeing down Cody now. Gets a nice rip on that one too. That's going to go right past Magna at first. And Wilson's going to start tallying up another nice hit total.
Yeah, Wilson, good piece of hitting that 0-1 pitch. Obviously getting a pitch over the plate and just putting bat to barrel. Or barrel to ball,
now at the plate.
But yeah, nice little
The
swing
Metsu
there.
Miners, their right fielder, number 48.
Yeah,
Casey
I would do
Roth.
that.
Might hurt your hands.
Don't trust Reese.
But that is going to bring up the big bat of Casey Rother. Rother might have not headlined with any home runs in the last part of this doubleheader, but he was definitely all over both pitches that really came out there. Starting off with this Estrada. That one's going to be taking a strike right on the inside, making the count 0-1 now. Bit of heat, maybe thought it was a bit too far inside.
Cody on the mound. Somewhat quick worker, not crazy fast.
That one's going to fall outside. Evening up the count now. Sliders seem like just low and outside of the zone.
Miners past couple games have put runners all over the, or not really so much Thursday, but game one of the doubleheader put runners all over the bases. We're only able to come away with 2 runs. You gotta feel like they're on the brink of an offensive explosion run-wise.
Had an offensive explosion of a sorts against Chugiak in their first meeting. 7 runs is nothing to scoff at, just couldn't quite match the total of 10. 2 is all it took in the first match of the game today. That one's going to be checked back by Rother. All 2 now.
1 here on Casey Rother.
This will be the first real time we get to see the wheels of Wilson on the base path as well. He's probably only second to none to Morozic in terms of speed on this team right now. That's a nice shot down between the shortstop and third baseman. Again, Fullerton and Mullins, neither could get there. Fullerton was the closer of the 2. But that's going to load up another base shot for Casey Rother. And now Wilson stands
The
in
Metsu
scoring
Miners, the
position.
first baseman number 37.
Big
Nick
man
Sorelli.
Nick Sorelli.
Yeah, Rother right now is as big of a threat as anyone at the plate. Every time he comes up, you feel like he's going to do something, whether he hits into a hard out or he gets a hit somewhere. I mean, he is dangerous right now at the plate.
Sorelli did have a few strikeouts in the first part of this doubleheader, but big power comes with big swings, and you might not always hit it. Sorelli now ready for the first pitch of this at-bat. That one's going to be a bit inside. They do have Tyler Beck, the high schooler, behind the plate, like we had mentioned earlier. We're going to really see how much control he has. They're not short on catchers, that's for one thing for sure. Keel, Magnow, either one of them could really step up when they needed to, but you just see a little bit of the prospect in Beck.
Yeah, Beck showing he can play. At the college level, hit 7 in the first game. So there's a 1-out count now.
That one's going to be taken along the outside of the zone for strike 1.
Just a little breaking ball there from Carson Cody.
Sorelli seems like he's really gauging what he's seeing from the pitchers right now.
It's something you can drive. 1-1 now.
Sorelli gets under that one. Seems like it's heading towards away fans. And Fullerton tried to chase it onto the gravel over there. Couldn't quite pull it in though for a foul out as it falls right past his glove. And we're going to do this one again with a count 1-2 now to Nick Sorelli.
Yeah, Sorelli's got to feel like he's got another chance in the box now after Fullerton was unable to pull that ball in. It would have been a tough play. That was literally right next to the fence, way down the third baseline, kind of reaching over his head, was unable to pull it in. New life now for Sorelli, 1-2.
Sorelli gets another chance. Only 1 out so far in the inning. Gets a nice shot on that one, but it's going to rip right of the first baseline.
Sorelli batting .294. Coming into this contest, he's got a couple of home runs on the year, 4 RBIs. He's also hit a couple of doubles, scored 4 runs. I mean, he's been everywhere. When he connects, you can feel it.
You can also hear it ringing out in the park almost anywhere. So he's going to keep fighting away. Refuses to be put down. Big man Nick Sorelli with the bat. He's going to go at it again. He's going to get a 6th pitch of this at-bat. His batting average seems to remain fairly consistent with runners in scoring position as well. But when he hits it, he really drives them in. Obviously one of the best at bringing runs home, whether that be himself or his teammates on the base path.
So really looking for something he can drive here.
Will be popped up once again. Fullerton's gonna get another chance. That one's gonna land right in the middle of a bunch of bleachers. Good heads up. Sounded like it hit cement, not a person itself. But that's gonna make it another foul ball for Nick Sorelli.
6 pitches in that bat for Sorelli, working for his 7th right here.
And you're really battling with a good hitter like Sorelli. You're gonna get frustrated. Can't start throwing bad pitches though outside the zone. He's still smart enough to see it coming. That one gonna be checked back. Get another chance at it.
Sorelli really battling right now. 3 foul balls this at bat. He's ran it to 2-2.
Said he did not go all the way around on that check swing. We're gonna run it back for the 8th pitch of this at bat. On deck, you see Kevin Nakamura had 2 hits in that first contest of the day. He would be another great batter to bring up, driving people home for an early lead here. That one's gonna go past Beck behind the plate. And Wilson thought about rounding third to bring it home, but Cody was waiting there for him. That's gonna go down as another wild pitch, and now we're at a full count. Sorelli, once again, working these pitchers. That one home run that was almost to be in Chugiak was also a 10-pitch at-bat, and he is really pushing it here. Cody now. Pressure is on him, must make a good pitch. Sitting with a full count, does have an empty base to give.
9th pitch of the at-bat coming to Nick Sorelli.
That one's going to be on the inside too, and he's going to walk him. What a battle from Nick Sorelli.
That's one heck of an at-bat there from the big man. 10 pitches. Carson Cody's got to be dumbfounded. He threw a lot of good pitches on the edges of that at-bat. and just was unable to put him away. Now it's Kevin Nakamura.
Kevin
Got
Nakamura.
hit 2-1 in the first 3 pitches as well, and just could not bring him down.
Nakamura to the plate now. He had a couple of hits in game 1, knocked in his 7th run of the year as well in the first inning.
And I'm sure Chugiak remembers Kevin Nakamura from their first contact with us of the season as well. Had 2 hits in that one too. He's consistent against Chugiak. Now it's going to be called strike. Low outside. It's still good. 0-1 count now.
Looked a bit off the plate, but that's the way it's going to be called. You got to make adjustments.
Pitched him far and outside. Sweeney didn't even think about swinging at that one.
Cody's having a tough time commanding pitches. If you're Jared Sweeney here, I would almost just watch every pitch until you get a strike.
It's usually a strong plan, but you don't want to be tardy as well. You want to get a solid chip. He's going to just whiff on that one.
1-1 here on Jared Sweeney.
Sweeney, not one of the more productive at-bats so far for the Miners this season. But he does manage to get on base, and if he could get a walk here with nothing empty, that could be huge for him. If that's going to be called a strike, Sweeney started turning as though he thought that was going to be far inside. Instead, it's going to put him behind in the count. Now standing at 1-2.
Sweeney way behind now. Miners do not want to strand. Bases loaded with 1 out.
Sweeney rearing up now, standing over the plate. He's going to get a chip shot on that one. Taking a book out of the Sorelli book to stay alive.
2 still. Yeah, Carson Cody has thrown an absolute boatload of pitches here in the first inning.
He's really having to work around these Miners.
He's right at about 25 pitches right now.
I'm sure that's far ahead of where they intended on having him. Only lasted 2 innings against the Miners in the first match of the season. Sweeney.
That's that one again.
I'm sure we've all heard the song. It goes, staying alive.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's Jared Sweeney's theme song right now.
Sweeney trying to improve that average, just at 117 right now.
Sweeney looking for anything into green grass or between the inside fielders. Just looking for anything there to bring home at least 1. But he's just going to keep on going, chip away, and keep increasing that pitch total for Carson Cody. Talk about a long first inning.
Yeah, Sam Thompson would be next if Sweeney can reach.
Has to get through this count first, still down 1-2. Really have to work it to get a walk. Instead, he's just going to keep fouling it off to the left. He really has his spot picked out over there.
4 foul balls this at bat.
Really aiming towards the Chinooks bullpen himself. Sam Thompson, like you said, in the on-deck circle. David Bermuda is in the hole right now. The only major real change in the batting rotation for the Miners in this one, switch away to Bermudez. Sweeney, though, could not get that one. Finally gets out of this inning. Carson Cody manages to strike out the last batter. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and no runs for the Miners.
Red tickets.
Leaving 3 men on
Got
base.
a no-show on the 3 tickets, so I'm going to read those to you again.
Right back with some more action at the top of the second. Right
Winning
after
ticket
this.
numbers are 9777.
Welcome back to the action here at the
Third
top
baseman,
of the second inning. Now,
number 7, Nate
Miners
Fullerton,
lead 3 men
at the plate
abandoned on
now
the
for the
bags.
Chinooks.
Brings us back to a tie game.
White
now.
Tucker on the mound.
Nate Fullerton, the third baseman for the Chinooks, going to be the first up to bat in the top of the second now, and that one's going to shoot outside. White Tucker managed to get through the first inning with only 1 walk, but also got a strikeout to tie it. Shots on the inside, going to be ball 2. Really don't want to get in the habit of getting behind batters and having to work your way back into it.
2-0 on Fullerton.
That was a chip right between his legs. Landers is there. Torelli is there. The first out of the second inning.
Yeah, nice. You don't want to say skill there by Tucker, but kind of skill. He kicked that one up. That ball was going right back up the middle for a base hit, but his foot deflected it right to Landers. Kind of how in the last game, Estrada, I believe it was in the third inning, had one hit off his feet, deflected to John Mark Mullins, who threw out the runner at first to end the inning and prevent a run. That one did prevent a run, but
I'm not sure how good White Tucker is at soccer, but when I see a baseball coming out at 100 miles an hour, can't be too sure how planned that was.
Futsal.
That's going to be ball 1 that Tucker on the inside of that one. As you're going to see Colby Ferris, the right fielder, up to bat now. He's going to pull that one far right. Well past any opportunity for Sorelli to pull that one in.
Ferris had no hits in game 1 but did walk.
Ferris looking to get some kind of offense rolling now, but he's really trying to do it all by himself. Big swing there, a bit high. That one's going to be strike 2.
So ahead of him now, Ferris at college as an outfielder at Tarleton State, struck out a lot.
There's strike 3 too. We'll learn more about you later, Mr. Ferris, as you're going to have to take a seat on that strikeout swinging.
Second strikeout of the game for Wyatt Tucker. He doesn't look like he's
now up to
pressing
second
too much.
baseman,
He's
number
not,
5, Patty.
He's not too worried about getting a first pitch strike over every time. He's not worried about battling back in counts. He just looks kind of smooth out there.
As long as you can keep the guy in front of you from reaching home plate again, that's the whole objective of the game. That one's going to be called for ball 1. Squared up like he was getting ready to bunt, and that is going to be Patty McCormick.
He scored the bunt there, pulled it back. McCormick's got a ton of speed. Infield playing pretty back though.
That one's going to be fastball on the outside. Ball 2 now for White Tucker. And he's also, it's much easier to say in comparison to Cody's first inning, but he's really limiting his pitch count as well so far through these first 2.
Tucker behind 2-0, trying to put away McCormick.
That one's coming right back towards us. Thanks, Vince.
Yeah, no offense there. That might have drilled the away radio booth, which is right next to us. For our right wall.
Kermit now still ahead in the count 2-1. That was going to be called for a strike. Nice breaking ball on the inside.
Yeah, looked
Throws
like
him at the plate.
Looked like maybe a curveball there from Tucker. Looked really good coming over the top, 2-2.
Kermit, the Northern Illinois product. Just a state right next to mine. So, no bad blood between the Indiana-Illinois rivalry. Going to be fouled off there. Now it's going to be an even count still at 2-2. Oh, that one's going to be a bit inside. He's going to feel a little sting on his wrist on that one as he's going to hop his way down to first base. McCormick gets on by means of hit by pitch. Definitely the most painful way of getting there.
Yeah, right on the elbow bone. That does not feel good.
You think hitting your funny bone hurts? Try taking
Up
a baseball
next
to it.
for the Chinooks, Catcher number 23, Ty Beck.
Now Ty Beck is going to be back up to the plate. The catcher and the young gun so far for the Chinooks. As we're going to have a brief meeting too between Thompson and Tucker. Probably just wants to get him a bit controlled. After that, when you're hitting somebody like that hard, you definitely want to make sure you reel it back and focus more on your control than your overall velocity.
So Tucker back at it, 2 away here in the second.
And that's a nice strike on the outside.
Now Tucker's release looks really clean, really smooth and clean. Gets it over kind of effortlessly almost.
Always seems to be pushing the left side of the catcher as well. Has a bit of an advantage against lefty batters in that regard, especially with a nice break to the outside, get them fishing.
1-1 on Ty Beck on the year. Does not have a hit yet.
Tucker now looks over at first just to check the leadoff. Winds up here and the delivery. That one's going to be popped up as well. No chance at really getting Sweeney. Insert some effort, stays within the base path.
That ball went back out of play. McCormick taking off on the pitch.
Herman's eager to get their first lead and their first run of the day of this doubleheader matchup.
Miners took game 1, trying to move to 4-2 with the win here.
That one's going to be a bit outside again. Nice job by Thompson. Love it up. Even count now 2-2. Tucker now looking for another strikeout in this inning. Thompson, delivery there. Bit late though, McCormick's able to get it. Thompson through to the left side. No real chance for an actual tag. McCormick shows off that speed. First stolen base of the day for the Chinooks.
Full count now to Ty Beck. 1 on, 2 out.
Swinging there though, that's going to be strike 3. Second string strikeout of the inning. That's time for Tucker. And continues to keep them off the board. Only 1 on in that inning. Miners hoping for a strong response in the bottom of the second. They will be right back here at Warner Brothers Field.
We appreciate them.
Welcome back to Miners Baseball. Bottom of the lineup here, ready to lead off the bottom of the second. Sam Thompson, the first Miner to face off here. really had a great opportunity in the last inning to bring somebody home. 3 on with only 1 out, but couldn't manage to bring it home with 2 straight strikeouts. 1 looking and 1 swinging. Really gonna look to turn that around now.
Matsu Mariners catcher number 18, Sam Thompson, at the plate.
Sam Thompson here. Another one of the minors that really has struggled getting more hits. And as I say that, that's a happy jinx. You're welcome, Sam Thompson. There you go for a single.
First pitch swing. Yeah, Sam's hit a lot of balls hard. He just hasn't been able to find holes in the defense. Right there, left center field. That's a nice little shot off the bat of Thompson. David Bermudez up to the plate now. Still looking for his first minor hit. He really struggled in game 1. 0 for 3 with 3 swinging strikeouts, so he's looking to get something going here.
He's really taking the aggressive approach to get into the hit column. That can make you an easy target for a strong pitcher as well. Cody, seeing what he can do with it. That was in the far inside. The crowd is not happy, and I'm sure Bermudez isn't either.
Still a ton of fans here at Herman Brothers Field. Everyone seemingly stuck around through game 1 of the doubleheader. As we left the booth after the first game, and we were just walking around, there were tons of people here.
It's a lively park here today as the sun is finally at least sitting behind some of the trees. This one's going to be popped up right into center field. Will Bass gets his first putout of the game.
Ball wasn't hit all that hard. It looked like it might drop for a second, but hung up just long enough for bats to come under it.
And now up.
Landers now
Number
going to be
41,
back
Kyle
up to
Landers.
bat.
He's really struggled so far. Just batting .071 for his first number of at-bats, looking for his second hit in the minors uniform.
Probably has one of the most unique batting lines. That one's going to be fouled off. .071 with the 1 hit being a triple.
Yeah.
With a nice bounce. So I guess you could say when he makes contact, it's at least something to watch. Landers hoping for another one here, and a triple would be magical, bringing home another run from Thompson. Landers honestly might be chipping at his feet, shooting it on the base path. Right now it's 1-1.
Yeah, Landers' sole hit was against Shugiak at Lee Jordan Field rather. So same team, maybe he'll get some luck here.
As the home crowd behind him, he chipped that one off to the left. He's really golfing that one down low. Now the count stands at 1-2. Carson Cody looking to get through another inning here. He really just seems to be the special weapon for the minors. Came out against us for 2 innings, coming out here again to start, and only really pitched 11 innings at Biola. 11 innings, 11 Ks, but a bloated 7.87 ERA while there. Not the most horrendous to see, but it does mean he gives up a fair amount of hits, and those people do come around. That one's been dropped. Thompson thought about running, but he was able to corral it in time. We haven't really seen the arm of Beck so far behind the plate. Hasn't really been tested with a stolen base via a Josh Morozic special.
And Morozic's up next, so maybe he'll get a chance to run.
Landers now standing 2-2 at the plate. One's going to be low again. Good eye, Kyle Landers. Bringing it to a full count now, 3-2. He's really just trying to get him down low. That breaking ball seemed to hit the plate before it ever reaches the catcher's mitt. Opportunity for a walk or a strikeout. Landers just hoping to get on base. This is going to really check the runner at first. Thompson only about 2 feet away from the bag. Just a quick scurry back.
40 pitches right now for Carson Cody with just 1 out here in the second.
Miners are making him absolutely dig deep. I'm not sure how far they intended Cody to go, as that one's going to be fouled right of the bag as well. Bit of competition there from the Miners bullpen to see who's going to get that one. as a treat for the fans. I always love to see the kids chase after the foul balls.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them today so far, and a lot of foul balls off Cody.
Landers now stemming that one again. Cody seems a bit paranoid about Thompson, even with his modest leadoff right now. Haven't seen him take more than 3 steps away from first base, but maybe a step too far for Carson Cody's comfort. Press side that 3 times fast.
But number 2 there. Top of the order, Josh Morozek due up next.
Up next for the Matsu Miners, there's center fielder number 8, Josh
Now
Morozek.
The opportunity to drive in another run, one in scoring position again, hoping to not leave another man stranded on base after the first one.
Wyatt Tucker would love a nice early lead. We get it here.
Morozek had that deep shot to right field. Colby Fair's able to draw it in. This time he's going to shoot it over to the left side, but that one's going to go foul. Finally, seems like we hit the point of the day where the sun's not directly overhead. You can take your shades off out in the field as it's nice and cool. Right?
Yeah, it looks a little darker on the broadcast, but here it's a little bit lighter still.
Morozek staring down an 0-1. Staring down a pitch on the inside too, as that's going to even up the count, 1-1. Morozek has shown an ability to get on in basically any way possible, but really could use a hit here out of the kitchen to drive in that run. That one's going to be a ball outside the black at this time.
2-1 on Josh Morozek. He can reach. It would be Tyler Wilson next for the Miners.
Wilson already seems to be on a hot streak, but has to get through Morozek first. Whatever means possible. It seems like he's going for the walk the way he keeps pitching outside. Carson Cody, maybe that pitch count is finally catching up to him, as he seems to really be loose and throwing it on the outside of the strike zone. Morozek now staring at a 3-1.
Good hitters count here for Josh Morozek.
Swing and miss on that one, though. A bit tardy, maybe got a little too comfortable after watching the last 2 balls fly by. And now it's going to be a full count again. 2 outs now. This is the opportunity to drive in a run or escape with no damage done for Carson Cody. As that one's going to be taken looking. Morozek's double checking. We say, are you sure? Are you sure, Ump? But he's pretty sure, as that one's going to be counted for strike number 3 and out number 3. Still scoreless through 2. We will be back with some more baseball in just a little bit here at Herman Brothers Field.
from UAB.
And now Mullins looking down an even count, 1-1. Tucker hoping to get through his third inning without any issues. That was going to be called a strike on the outside. Nice fastball, low and away.
1-2 now on Will Batt. Or rather, down Mark Mullins.
Mullins hoping to avoid becoming another strikeout victim here. That's going to be inside, 2 inside for the umpire's liking. Even count again at 2-2. Hit outside 2. Nice cold takes here by Mullins. Even when he was behind 1-2, manages to have a great eye here.
Could see the runner moving here on 3-2. Runner at first bat's plenty of speed.
That's a bit too far. A nice shot, but still gonna go foul. Matt Magnow back up to the plate now. Managed to get a walk in his first time at the plate here in the first. That one's gonna go outside now. It's gonna be strike 2. Magnow falling behind once again. Got behind after working the count for a while to a 7-pitch at bat in the first. Tucker looking to make this a quick one. I'm going to be chipped. Force out at third, and the tag at first, and that's a double play across the diamond. Nice throw by Sweeney. Nice heads-up move by Sorelli to interrupt the base path, and that's going to be another quick inning for Tucker. Manages to get away without any damage done once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Alaska Railroad would like to remind our friends and neighbors,
bottom of the third,
wherever you see railroad tracks, always expect a train.
Unable to really create any
Stay
kind
safe
of offense
around
so far.
trains and tracks.
We'll be
Look,
back
listen,
to
and
see if
live.
they can change that narrative. We are back with Miners action here in the bottom of the third. Miners hoping for some better success than what they've had so far, and it could begin where they started the first inning, putting pressure on with Tyler Wilson. Got a single, got to third, and this one looks like it's going to be closer, but still going to be out. He was churning for first base. Just going to be thrown out there. Carson Cody remains in the game despite getting an absolute ton of pitches in for the first two.
I was going to bring up Casey Rother, who's been so good so far for the Miners at the plate, singled in the first. Rother, right-handed batter, into the plate.
Going to be low. Ball one.
Rother, such a power threat at the plate, and being shaded defensively as so infield way back.
Rother, one of the two to get a hit in the first inning, along with Wilson, as that one's going to go low and bounce way over the catcher's head for ball two. Ball shagging today is going to be Christian Steelworth's pitcher for the first game, as he's going to have to get some real work in the backstop.
Yeah, I talked to him a bit between games. Seahorse was happy with his strikeout numbers and obviously not giving up any runs, but the walk numbers, which he walked 4 today, was not happy with that.
That's going to be strike one of this at-bat. It's Rother now staring down a 2-1 favorable count. That one looked a bit outside the Rother, but good to the umpire. 2-2 even count now.
Rother at a 2-2 count. Still dangerous for him to maybe look for a fastball here from Carson Cody.
That one looked like it was going to go a bit inside, but Rother liked the look of it. Ripped it. It's going to head towards the Chinooks dugout more than any other part of the field.
So 2-2 on Casey Rother, hitting .368, blistering hot bat.
And you know he has that home run power too. Good shot here. Going to be blipping down. Leo Ayers able to tug it in with his mitt. Get underneath of it. Good job running up and playing forward. Didn't even feel like it was that much effort out there
Next,
for Leo Ayers.
first baseman number 36,
for the second out
Nick Sorelli.
of the inning. And now Nick Sorelli back up to bat. No real offense generated on either side so far. Miners had a real chance looming in the first, but hasn't been able to capitalize on any of that since. And they could really go for a solo. Nick Sorelli home run right now.
His pitch misses away. Sorelli, 10 pitch at bat, his first time up and walked. He loaded the bases with 1 out with that walk, unable to bring any runs around though.
Third pump, Sorelli's ready. Gonna see that as a ball though.
Just missed. Sorelli way ahead now, 2-0. He might be looking for his pitch here.
It's interesting to see what their different routines are at the plate. Sorelli definitely seems to have that 3 pump. And this one's going to pump right into Magno's mitt as he walks away with that one. A 1-2-3 inning for the Miners. Not a whole lot of action to come out of that one offensively for either side. That's going to bring us into the top of the fourth now. Still tied 0-0. Hoping for some
Fans
more
take
action.
out those red tickets. Going to give away a couple
Fourth inning.
prizes, compliments of Metro Regional.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Herman Brothers Park, overlooking Pioneers Peak out to the left and overlooking a great game of baseball right now between the Miners and the Chinooks. Stealing those for the top of the fourth inning. Being a part of the doubleheader, only 7 innings in this matchup right now, so not a whole lot of time left to get something going. This one's going to start off with a ball on the inside. Wyatt Tucker still holding it down on the mound. Hasn't allowed a whole lot of any action and created a whole lot of opportunities for his defense.
Joe Keel at the plate. He grounded to the pitcher to end the first inning. 1-1 here on Keel.
And that one's going to be ball 2. Got one mom in the crowd real happy as you can hear her screaming.
Keel 0 for 1 on the day, 250 on the year. Check swing.
Almost looked like
It did,
it hit him, but he offered himself up, so that one's going to count as a strike.
Yeah, it definitely hit Joe Keel, but he went around on the swing before he got hit, and they're going to go count that as a swing. So 2-2 now for Wyatt Tucker. He looks to put away Keel.
If that were allowed, I guarantee you there would be a lot more offensive strategies with that incorporated. But right now, Keel instead, but it looked like he swung at it and missed, but just barely got it down low. A lot of confusion from the fans. Yes, we're doing 2-2 again. It's gonna bounce well before the plate. Only about 54 feet. Just getting to the edge of the circle around home plate. And now it's going to be a full count for Joe Keel. Hot shot right on the outside of the black, and that's going to send him walking back to the bench.
Fourth strikeout for Wyatt Tucker as Pete Fullerton's going to come to the plate next for the Chinooks. Pete in the second, led off the inning and grounded to Kyle Landers.
Third baseman number 7, Pete Fullerton.
Part of that play where the ball was smoked. The ball was smoked right back at Tucker on the ground, hit his foot, deflected to Landers. Landers threw out Fullerton at first.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters in baseball. That one's going to be a fastball outside, ball 1. Nobody in front of him. It's almost like he's in the leadoff role himself. Pete Fullerton now.
The UAB guy, COVID-9 for the Dragons this year.
What's going to be called for ball 2? A bit low on that one.
Rather than the Blazers. University of Alabama, Birmingham Blazers.
That one's going to be outside, ball 3.
Not really sure where that one was.
Looked like he could have cut the corner of the zone, but Wyatt Tucker now staring in a very deep hole. 3-0 count. Finally gets the same pitch, but it looks like it's a different call. 3-1 now.
Yeah. 3-1 on Pete Fullerton. 214 batter. There's strike 2 on the outside edge. Fullerton evened up here 3-2.
Really working in the same spot. Tucker in his 4th inning of action, getting a lot more opportunities than the .1 innings he had played prior to today. I'm going to continue this full count at bat, hoping for his 5th strikeout. That was going to be a bit of a rainbow shot. Outside though, ball 4. Pete Fullerton gonna hustle his way over to first base.
The Chinooks have a 1-out runner here, and now they will send their right fielder in the form
Right
of
fielder,
Ferris to the
number
plate.
25, Colby Ferris at the plate.
222 batter on the year, 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging in the second.
Tucker definitely favors the heater, but could absolutely rely on a low breaking ball here to He the double play on that one right wide open and then
Wow.
gave us 2 balls as a gift. Actually,
Yeah.
one that had been sitting in front of the net in front of us.
Yeah. The ball completely knocked those 2 off. Yeah, they're on the roof now. Maybe we'll get those in between innings.
And we can toss those down to the fans, be just like baseball Santa.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be another strike. 0-2 count now. Exact opposite position of the previous batter he was against. Opportunity now to capitalize on that.
Miners looking for a strikeout or maybe a ground ball here from Ferris.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Wyatt Tucker with his 5th strikeout of the game. That one's going to take swinging. And Ferris.
And now second baseman.
He's going to have to miss.
Chinooks, number 5, Patty
get the swing
McCormick.
strike running down the base path.
Patty McCormick to the plate now. McCormick got hit by a pitch.
Really got stung near the elbow on the last time he was up. See if that's affected anything in his swing. Swing and a miss. Thompson tried to tag him out, but instead, that's going to be a stolen base for Pate Fullerton. Thompson had that little bounce. The lay wasn't exactly a line shot over to second, and instead, he's going to have a man in scoring position now, but also a strike ahead in the count. That was going to go off of his foot. Going to be plenty of time for Pate Fullerton to get to third as well. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back movement from Pate Fullerton, and now he went all the way from first to third. He's posing a threat to be the first score of this game for the Chinooks, but 2 outs right now. All the Miners need to do is make sure that he doesn't get to first himself. Kermit staring at an even 1-1. Rips that one down. Nice diving grab by Sweeney. Nice throw over to Sorelli. What an athletic play from Jared Sweeney to keep this at a tie ball game. And just like that, some nice heroics on the defensive side is going to bring us to the bottom of the 4th, halfway through this 7-inning game right now. And we will be right back with your Miners up to the plate in just a bit. Welcome back to the stalemate between the Chinooks and the Miners right now.
Nakamura.
We're going to lead off with an always exciting bat.
At the
That
plate,
of Kevin
the Metro
Nakamura.
Miners.
went down looking the last time he was up to the plate. He'll be looking to create something now. That one's going to be taken high.
Nakamura starting the fourth here. It'll be Nakamura, Sweeney, Thompson.
Part of the lineup, aside from Nakamura, that hasn't really had a ton of success. Thompson got a first or a single though earlier in the game. That one's going to be outside again. No real reason to swing when you're going to keep throwing it outside. Cody's still on the mound. You have to think that after a while he's really going to start feeling that number of pitches.
Now here on Kevin Nakamura.
Naka's going to pop it right up, and that's going to land right in the glove of McCormick. First out, easy out. Quick out now. And
two Miners, third baseman number 28, Gerard Sweeney at the plate.
Sweeney made that impressive stop on the defensive side at the top of this inning. And now he's going to be asked to create for the offense. That one's going to be ball on the inside.
Pitch miss there to Sweeney. 2-0 on Jared Sweeney.
Sweeney looking to pop that one over. Leo Harris just waiting on it though. Took maybe 2 steps to make that grab. He just seems to be in the right position at the right time every single time.
Miners catcher number 18, Sam Thompson now at the plate.
Had a hit earlier, got the second base on it as well after a fielder's choice, moved up to second base. So Thompson got his second hit of the year earlier to the dish now. Thompson will take another base hit here.
I'm sure anyone in the dugout would take a hit. David Bermuda is still in the on-deck circle. Thompson would be a bit far and outside. Cody really seems to be falling behind almost every single hitter. It's almost like his first pitch ratio or first pitch percentage for balls has got to be around 50 to 60% at least.
Miners have an arm warming up the bullpen. Looks like Daniel Naughton getting loose down there.
This will be Naughton's first appearance for the Miners, the Gonzaga product.
Thompson fouled that pitch away, 1-1. Thompson is popped up into foul ground. Ranging over into foul ground is Magno. He'll make the catch. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for the Miners.
That one's going to be another quick one. Miners really failing to get any traction on the offensive side right now.
Program prize.
They could use any kind of help. But right now that's 4 innings down, 3 to go. In this double-header matchup between the Chinooks and the Miners.
7-8-0.
We will be right back with inning number 5.
3-5, 7-8-0.
Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning here. Miners have a new face standing on the rubber. It's going to be Daniel Naughton, the Gonzaga Bulldog. It's going to be his first showing in the Miners uniform. Pitched 13 innings, had one win for Gonzaga. A season ERA of 3.29, very strong. 16 strikeouts, 14 hits, and 5 allowed runs.
Number 23,
He's a great pitcher, giving a quick
at the
1-2-3 inning, and they're going to see if he can use that ability to go far. Most he really pitched at a time this year for Gonzaga was about 2.1 innings. They're going to probably ask for at least 2 here, hoping he can maybe carry them to the end with some strong pitching. Naughton's first pitch is going to be a strike and a swinging one at that. Ty Beck is back up to the plate, and he is going to take that one right on the nose. Went down swinging the first time, and Naughton's hoping he can get him to bite at all of these pitches right now. That one's going to be called a strike too. That's going to be low and outside. Beck thought it might have been a bit too low. Nice job by Thompson too to sell it. Not any movement over towards it, just a simple grab behind the plate. So it's going to be a bit outside, and it's going to be swinging for the fences, but only coming up in there. Ty Beck going to be sent back to the bench with his second strikeout swing of the day.
And now left fielder number 24, Leo Harris.
Leo Harris now reached in the first at-bat of the game he had. It's hard to keep him off, honestly, with all that speed.
Leo Harris looping that one the first time, was able to come around though with all that speed. See what you ball one there.
Hey, now's your chance, folks. $2 burgers down at the Snack Shack. Check it out.
One out here in the fifth, and I'm trying to work a clean fifth.
You can recreate the same shot, it looks like. We're going to get under it. Wilson going to trip up behind him. Rosick able to get the grab at least. We already saw a collision yesterday between Ricky Nunez and Tyler Wilson that really kind of banged up the knee of Ricky Nunez, but luckily it seems like both are fine. Only real casualty is the cap of Tyler Wilson.
Yeah, Nunez was held out of the lineup today as a precautionary measure.
And now up center fielder number 10, Will Batts.
He's not good enough to go for game 2, so he's on the bench. Although Tyler LeBrun said he is available for maybe a pinch hit appearance later in the game.
There's going to be some heat across the plate, but it's only going to be going for a ball.
Will Batts for the plate.
Batts really just been stuck to grounders and hasn't been able to really create anything for himself or his team right now. Grounded out to the third baseline, and it was caught on a fielder's choice. Batts is going to send that one off. Wow.
This appears to be Naughton's fifth. Nobody warming up in the pen. Could see him go in for the sixth as well. For the Chinooks down in the pen, they have a righty-hander throwing. They've had some movement lately. No runs allowed for the starter, but high pitch count.
This one's going to be swinged on and missed again. 2-2 count now. Batts hoping to not become another strikeout victim here. Chips that one off at least, but it's going to go nowhere fair.
That's still alive. 285 batter, 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded to first. And grounded into a fielder's choice where he reached in the third.
That's going to be a bit too outside for Batts' liking. That's going to be a 3-2 count now. Naughton throwing some real heat right now. Hoping to make this a quick inning and to avoid the bug of walks, but instead will give up a hit there. And that was going to squeeze right past Tyler Wilson. Good job by Josh Morozic to stay on top of it. Keep him from getting an extra base on top of that, but this is going to be the first hit of the day for Will Bats.
That's why you
now
always
up
back
to
up
shortstop.
outfielders, especially on
Or the
hits
Chinooks,
to the
number
gap.
15,
Tyler
John
Wilson
Mark
overran
Mullins.
the ball. It looked like a little bit on a hop in left center field, but Josh Morozic, if he's not there, Bats is easily getting second. Instead, Bats held the first. That's going to bring up John Mark Mullins.
Mullins has had pretty much the exact opposite results on the last two, a strikeout swinging and a walk on balls. This time he's going to take a strike right over inside of the zone.
John struck out swinging in the first and then walked in the third.
Really got a cannon over there. No real issue. It seems getting into the high 80s or low 90s with that fastball. Really just hoping to blow past the competition right here. Mullins taking out, like he's going to leave it outside.
Mullins, a 285 batter on the year. Their UAB product. Roster littered with them.
That's going to call for ball two. Outside once again, maybe a little bit closer than the last one, but still not enough for the home plate umpire's pleasure.
And one here on John Mark Mullins.
Brings that one inside. Thompson with the cannon. That's not going to get there. Oh, it will! What a throw, Sam Thompson. Welcome back with the cannon of an arm. John Mark Mullins, you don't even get to finish your at-bat. Thompson interrupted him. No steal for you, Will Bats. So we're going to head to the bottom of the fifth.
We're going to challenge that bullpen out there.
0.
Matthew Miners bullpen.
And
let's
those
show us
bases on the
your
launch of Sam Thompson. Miner's going to be up to bat when we come back.
I will throw a
Pitcher on the mound for the Chinooks, 32,
Welcome
Nate
back
Hammer.
to the bottom of the fifth, and we got a new face for the Chinooks on the mound as well. It's going to be Nate Hemmerich, the Earlham College pitcher. Only has 1 inning pitched so far on the year, and not a whole lot of action happening there. No hits, no earned runs, only 1 walk. Pretty much managed to keep everything under control in that inning. They're hoping to do the same here.
Bermudez to the plate.
Bermudez is going to take the first ball, send it high, moonshot right into the glove of Will Baxo.
There's your Metsu
Good
minor,
contact,
David
great
Bermudez.
sound, not the result he was
That's
looking
late.
for there.
Up next.
Bermudez still fishing for his
Second
first
baseman
hit
number
as a minor.
41, Kyle Landers.
A couple of flyouts to set him out. It's Kyle Landers who bounced out for the first baseman. In the second inning, coming to the plate now for the Miners. Miners just looking for some hits. Just 5 total hits combined in this game. 2 for the Chinooks, 3 rather for the Miners.
If you're a fan of defensive game and pitching battles, this is the game for you. If you're here for offense, you shouldn't look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not much to tell you on that front.
That first pitch is going to go for a ball, though. Kyle Landers just hoping to get on base and help his team get any kind of opportunity, put some kind of run in scoring position.
In the bottom of the 5th, obviously only a 7-inning game, so time waiting on both offenses to get on the board first.
Whatever team puts the first run up honestly has a very, very likely chance to come home with a win here. Miners hoping to make it a clean sweep, because that one's going to be an attempted bunt. Instead, it's going to be counted as a foul. Now, count stands at 1-2 for the Landers. Landers going to be looking for a good ball here. Doesn't want to be fishing or strikeout. Going to be a bit of a fastball. Landers all over it, but just couldn't keep it fair. Going to do 1-2 again. Kyle Landers hoping to not become the second out here in the bottom of the 5th. I'm hoping to prevent the Miners from going 1-2-3 in the 3rd straight inning. That one's going to be far outside.
Landers worked the long at bat earlier when he grounded on an 8-pitch at bat. Right now, going on pitch number 6 coming in next.
Hemorrhage with Earlham had only 8 appearances throughout the year. Landers gets that one down.
Inside off the glove of the second baseman. Looked like that was Patty McCormick. That's going to go down as a base hit. Tough play by McCormick that he almost made. Kyle Landers finally breaks up the Schneid a little bit with a base hit.
And now here you go, folks. Center fielder number 8, Josh.
Chuviak seems to be the happy place for Kyle Landers.
Yeah, feels like home. Josh Rosick, top of the order, due up next for the Miners.
Rosick hasn't had much success in the second part of this doubleheader. A fly out with a deep shot over to right field into Colby Ferris's glove and a strikeout looking. But that one going to be far and outside. Ball 1 here. Really count in the favor of Josh Rosick. Magna just waiting. He was absolutely ready to be part of that pickoff play, anticipating the look over. But Kyle Landers a bit too fast for that one. We take some serious sidestep action to get that pickoff. Landers going for second though, lost the ball down low his back. And not even going to get a chance to throw over the second. Landers now puts himself in scoring position with a nice stolen base there.
And they went right at the high school kid. They go right at the catcher back. Kyle Landers swiping second. Beck didn't even field it cleanly, but even if he did, I don't think there was any shot he was throwing out Landers.
The second that Hemorrhage just put one up, he was just off to the races. His head went down. There was nothing stopping him.
Runner on second, just 1 out for the Miners, looking for their first run.
Low again, ball 3 might have an opportunity to put 2 speedy base runners on the bags.
Yeah, Tyler Wilson due up next, singled in the first, and then hit into a hard ground out 4-3, second to first, last time up.
This may be the speediest 3 on the team, on base, in the batter's box, and on deck. That one's going to finally be called for a strike on the outside. Hemorrhage finally gets that one called. Oscar Rosick still 2 ahead in this count, though.
And 1 on Josh Morozic. Flew out to deep right in the first inning, struck out looking in the second.
That's a deep shot. Will it stay fair? No, but it will also not be an out. Ferris really was running. He got about a foot away from that ball, but just couldn't manage to track it down in the air and make it a foul out. Josh Morozic lives to bat for another day. Morozic's really getting some good barrel to ball contact right now, and it always seems to be pulling over towards right field.
3-2 pitch coming.
It's going to be low when Morozic gets his own kind of bat flip as he walks over at first.
Tyler Wilson's coming up, and after
That's a play for the Miners, left fielder number 44.
he's been hitting
Tyler
really
Wilson.
hard. Game 1 of the doubleheader, had his first hit a couple other balls really hard. Today, obviously had that single to right in the first, and then the third had that tough ground out to second and hit it hard. So Tyler Wilson, if he can find one in the outfield, the Speedy Landers on second, Speedy Morozic on first, they can move on the base paths.
Similar situation to what he saw in the first game when he got his RBI in his first hit as well. If he's able to drop something off right behind the shortstop, that could be Landers on the fly. First strike there, though, for Tyler Wilson. That one's going to be far and outside. Nice job to at least light it by Beck.
1-1 here on Tyler Wilson. Next would be Casey Rother.
You know, if they had the bases loaded for Casey Rother, you could almost guarantee there's a chance that someone could come in, whether it's on a sac fly or a solid hit. That one's going to go past him. Landers and Morozic are going to move up. Had an opportunity to grab that.
Yeah, we've seen a number of wild pitches there. That one was definitely a pass ball. On tie back. So the runners move up 90 feet. Now you got 2 guys in scoring position with just 1 out. 2-1 count. Miners at the bases loaded with 1 out in the first. Couldn't bring anyone around. Prime opportunity now for Tyler Wilson.
Can't let this one go to waste again, and can't strand more on the bags.
Infield in now for the Chinooks.
That one's going to go on the third baseline. We're going to trap him in between third and home. Landers, nice base for hitting, at least flips a little bit. Gets tagged though from behind. And that's the only runner they care about in that position. They weren't allowing him to end the stalemate. Landers slipped up a bit, but I guarantee you he probably was going to be caught in that pickle anyway.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate timing right there for Kyle Landers. Had he tried to go back to the bag, he might have been tied down anyway, so just had to break for home. So first and second now for Casey Rother with 2 away. It's Wilson on second, or Wilson on first, Morozic over at second.
And Rother already 1 for 2 in the game right now. If they could ever go for a 2 for 3, it is right now. They would love a big, powerful shot over one of the outfielders' heads from Casey Rother. It's going to be low and outside, ball 1.
That's your Miners, right fielder number 48, Casey Rother at the
Casey
plate.
Rother. I don't think there's a minor at the plate you want other than Rother right now. They gotta bring her on to run. They've left so many on base and missed so many opportunities in both games, really.
He is one that capitalizes on almost every opportunity. Like you said, on base 8 times, the run comes across 6. When he's on, he's absolutely on. he hustles when he's on the bases as well.
Rother in a 2-0 count now. Could be looking fastball here. Outfield really is shaded pretty in for the Chinooks.
Going to be a called strike on the outside of the black. Yeah, you are surprised for what is arguably the 1 or 2 power hitter in this lineup. Maybe only second to Sorelli. They should know about the power, especially considering he has the home run ability. Questionable ball 3. Some people on the Chinooks thought that could have gone the other way, but instead it is going to put him behind in a 3-1 hole. Rother getting comfortable. You could see a very hitter-friendly pitch right here.
3-1 to Rother. Way ahead, Morozic with a good leadoff second.
And that one's also going to get away. Bases loaded once again. We've been here before.
2 away now.
Next,
2 away.
first baseman,
Still.
number 37,
Nick
Nick
Sorelli,
Sorelli.
cleanup hitter for the Miners, coming to the plate. This is, I would say, the biggest moment in either game today. Bases loaded. Still tied score in the 5th inning. Sorelli with the chance to break it.
Big man carries a big bat. And he's getting the hype up from the dugout.
Emmerich here's got to be careful. Sorelli hit a home run yesterday that went about 50 to 60 feet over the right center field fence. I mean, he clobbered that one. Now there's going to be a meeting at the mound from the pitching coach, Troy Hervey. He's going to go out and meet with the infield and Emmerich. If you're Sorelli here, he might be swinging early and often if he can find his pitch right away. The manager, Tyler LeBron, said how just free swing this team is allowed to be. They're allowed to swing at any pitch, really, at any count. If they see it and they like it, go hit it. He's basically saying, not a bad strategy.
Any ambush tactic here with Sorelli's power could be basically guaranteeing a run should he get solid contact here.
The infield's got to be back against Sorelli, certainly. Morozic over at third, Wilson at second. Both tons of speed. Any ball hit in the outfield that lands, Wilson will likely score and make it a 2-0 game. Over at first is Rother. Not the same amount of speed over there, but he's certainly no slouch to the bases either.
It's all going to come down to the bat of Nick Sorelli. 2 more innings after this one, but this could be the defining moment of the game. Sorelli, see if he takes an early approach here. Doesn't like that first one though. Can't blame him. Far and outside, ball 1.
Looking for something he can drive. Certainly doesn't want to reach out at something on a pitcher's pitch.
No overextension would not help his team right now, but that one could have been absolutely hit. He had taken it. Instead, he took it looking 1-1 count now. Maybe they had enough confidence that this pitcher, Emmerich, wasn't really controlling his pitches. Maybe they could have walked one across, but you have to imagine a hitter like Sorelli wants to be able to throw more than one in if he can.
294 batter, 1-1 pitch.
That's a good shot. That one going up. Leo Harris tracking it down. Will Bass also getting there. It's going to fall into the glove of Harris, leaving 3 more men left on base. Miners failing to capitalize on that one. It's going to be a
the final
long
3 prizes for
walk out to the
the
dugout for Nick Sorelli.
compliment.
But we're going to head to the top of the 6th, still tied.
Metro Regional
0-0.
Medical Center.
No score up to this point.
9777 966 977
Welcome back to another inning of action here, Miners. Another inning of stranding 3 men on base, and now the Chinooks have the opportunity again to take the lead. First shot, flies over the head of Sorelli. Rother gonna get there, but not in time to stop him from getting the second as he slides in. Probably could have gotten more. Rother initially failed to pick up that first ball. What a leadoff shot that time. He's going to help him get into a prime position. John Mark Mullins was tired of being left off the base after not even getting the chance. Sam Thompson throwing out last time.
Good way to lead off the 6th. Daniel Naughton's still out there. No activity for the Miners. Now the Chinooks have a runner in scoring position and nobody out.
This is going to lead Matt Magno back up to bat. One of their better power batters. And a real opportunity here. Man on second and no outs right now. Gonna rip that shot over. It's going to go nowhere but foul. Magno now facing an 0-1 count. Gets him to not come around enough, it seems. Or they are going to count that as a strike too. Seemed like he held back just enough, but Magno.
No, 1-1. 1-1. Other one.
That's what I was trusting it does it. Not giving him some more heat. Gonna be Landers grounding over. He checks for third to see if he had the time. And instead he's gonna have to settle for the easy out at first.
And now, Enfield's gonna come in with one away. It's gonna be Joe Keel at the plate. Keel's already struck out once today, and that's the objective right here for Daniel Naughton. Morozek and Wilson in center and left have just around average arms. Casey Rother right has a nice arm. Runner at third, John Mark Mullins, though, is pretty quick.
As he demonstrated on that double. They could really go for a Daniel Naughton strikeout right now.
Really good.
Not no.
First pitch ball in there.
Oh my.
Looking for the strikeout if you're Naughton.
Any non-advancing out would be huge. Round out on the inside, or one where they could do something similar to what they pulled on Landers in the last inning. Would be great for the Miners right now. Now strong throw. That one's going to whistle by him, but it's going to be a ball too. With a 2-1 count. Joe Keel. High. Will it fall? Thompson. Looking over.
No, I think that ball squirted into the dugout. The runner at third, Thompson went so far into foul territory near the Miners dugout. Had he caught that on the dive, the runner on third, Mullins, might have broke for the plate and tried to tag.
Gotta love the effort though. Sorelli and Thompson both went for it. Thompson looked like he had the better chance, but just couldn't quite get there. Maybe a few inches off of his glove.
That was a long run. Either way here, if you're the Miners, you need a pop-up or a strikeout. Anything to the outfield, Mullins is probably scoring on them unless it's shallow.
Facing a 2-2 now. Dangerous territory for the Miners. Naughton delivered that low. Looking over. Keel not fast enough. There's going to be an easy ground out, and that's exactly what they were looking for. Daniel Naughton. Smart to check over at third. You know Mullins probably was going to wait for any opportunity he got. Not going to get one there. 2 outs now in the inning.
Yeah, that's exactly what the doctor ordered if you're Daniel Naughton. Obviously, before the pitch, I said either pop out or strikeout, but that'll work too. Just a little easy tapper back to the mound. Was able to look Mullins back to third, throw it to first. Now Infield can play back here with 2 away. Pate Fullerton coming to the plate. He's walked and grounded to second.
Naughton throwing some heat right down the middle again. That's going to be strike one.
Miners have a bit of loosening down in the pen. Looks like a right-hander for the Chinooks. Looks to be a right-hander as well in their pen. Fullerton 0-1.
Naughton getting another strike. He's loving that fastball on the outside, and they can't seem to see it. Fullerton taking strike two now, 0-2.
Naughton can reach up to 94 with that fastball. Doesn't look that hot tonight, up to 94, but he's certainly sitting low 90s.
And now, Naughton with the delivery. That one, similar approach, just a bit high, a bit outside, and that one's not going to work.
1-2 here on Pate Fullerton. Naughton can put him away. The Chinooks have just 3 more regulation outs.
Really trying to push past him with all that heat. He's just shoving heat right now in this inning, but that one just gets a bit tipped off, and that is going to give him another chance now.
1-2 still on Pate Fullerton. UAB product at the dish. We go to Colby Ferris next.
Fullerton swings, sends that one foul once again.
More fastballs. Fastball, 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 seemingly. Naughton features a 4-seamer, slider, and a changeup. Hasn't really gone to many sliders and changeups today.
Only real changeup we've seen in this at-bat was that ball. And he was going a bit high with an off-speed and just really lost control. This one, fastball again, down the zone. That's going to be straight 3, out of the inning. Daniel Naughton made a come-up clutch for the Miners, leaving John Mark Mullins stranded on an island out on third base. And that is going to bring us to the bottom of the 6th. Still scoreless. Thank you all for coming along for this long ride. As we are nearing the end of regulation, we will be right back with some more baseball. Welcome back, Miners fans, to the bottom of the 6th. We are here with some more action and a new pitcher. Some new faces to see out there on the mound, as it's going to be a Chugiak native playing for
Casey will split some cash with you folks.
Justin Nevels out of
Winning ticket number 377
He played
1659.
in the last game in the first part of this
377 1659. That's the blue ticket.
The first matchup of the season.
Check it out down at the merch shack. 377 1659.
Nick's really taking
Kevin
over the fence.
Nakamura now the
He got
DH
another home run hitter
for the Miners.
opportunity here with Kevin Nakamura, the team's DH up for his first batter to face, and this one will be shot right down. It's gonna go right over to Fullerton. Throws across the Magno, and that's going to be the first out only on one pitch. Neville's one batter faced, one pitch, one out.
We have Jared Sweeney to the plate. Sweeney switch hitter batting from the left side. Sweeney struck out
Up
Sweeney.
now,
in
third
the first,
baseman,
flew out
number
to left
28,
in the
Jared Sweeney.
This 5-6-7, same that we saw about 2 innings ago for the Miners, didn't really create anything. Went 1-2-3, looking to change it up this time. That one's going to be a nice breaking ball on the inside for strike one.
Sweeney coming into this contest still really struggling at the plate. Came in hitting 117.
Seems like we have 2 arms now warming up in the bullpen for the Miners, both righties.
Strike 2.
And now Neville's hoping to help his team stay dead even with the Miners. Sweeney swings and misses, and that's going to be out too. 3-pitch strikeout that time for Justin Neville's.
They're now up by the
Keeping his team in this tight
Metsu
race.
Miners at catcher number
Bringing up
18,
Sam
Sam
Thompson.
Thompson.
Thompson singled back in the second, fouled out to the first baseman in the fourth. Thompson, third at bat today, trying to get something going for the Miners here with 2 away in the sixth.
We look back at the first inning for the Miners, had those 2 hits back to back. I was thinking we might see a real offensive breakthrough for the team, but right now it's been a straight up pitching battle through the bullpens as that one goes ball. Sam Thompson taking this one, going up high again, but no one's going to have a chance of bringing that one in, evening up the count at 1-1. I believe one of those arms warming up in the bullpen for the Miners is Evan Floyd. Had the chance to pitch at the end of their second win against the Oilers.
Might be Joe Williams as well down there throwing.
That one's going to be a bit outside for ball 2. Williams was penciled in to possibly get a chance to pitch today. Felt a little bit tightness in his arm. This could be a great opportunity for him to just get a single inning in if he can. Right now, Thompson still staying alive in this one. Up 3-1 now. Opportunity to get on base. 2 outs. And bring up the next batter. This would be David Bermudez. Fouled out to center field both times. And the hole would be Landers. Going to be a nice chip shot up in the air. And it's going to be put away by John Mark Mullins. Leaves the ball there for the next pitcher. Whoever that may be, you're going to have to stay tuned in to find out when we come back for the last inning of regulation. The way this is going, we might be looking at extras, but we're going to have to wait to find out. Join us here in the top of the 7th after a short break.
377-1659. Joe Williams on the
Back
mound
to
now.
the top of the seventh.
The Metsu Miners.
Still a tight game here between the Miners and the Chinooks. We have a
Ferris
new face on the
at the
mound
plate.
once again. And it was Joe Williams, the La Mesa, California native, delivering a first shot here. Gonna go all the way over to Sweeney. Bounced up at his face. Still able to get it over in time. And that one's gonna lead to out number one as Colby Ferris couldn't quite get across in time.
Yeah, Sweeney at least avoided the error there. Might have got hit up high, but stayed with it. Nice job there. One pitch went out for Joe Williams out of the pen.
Williams
And up now, number 5, second baseman,
fastball
Patty
in the high 80s,
McCormick.
a slider in the low 80s, a curveball high 70s, and a changeup in the low 80s. He really likes to work with that push and pull, keep him in the proverbial rocking horse, as people like to say. And that one's going to be another chip shot. This time it's going to be David Bermudez getting under it, seems like. All his 2 pitches, 2 outs, and this one's looking like a quick inning for Joe Williams.
Yeah. It's in the 7th inning too. This is last inning, obviously. 7-inning doubleheader. Still a lot of Miner faithful stick around to watch the last half of this
Next
one.
pitcher,
Joe
number
Williams trying to work
23,
out of this
Tybeck.
inning. The 8-9-1 due up for the Miners.
Let's see if he can get a rare 3-pitch inning.
Tybeck standing in the way of it.
And he's too coward to try.
Messed up with that fastball. Reaching 9:48 Alaska time. About 2 hours into this game.
That one's going to be called strike 1. Low outside, just hitting the corner.
The last time was about 1 hour and 52 minutes for 9 innings. This one hasn't been slow by any means. Just not last night.
Swing and miss on that one too. Tybeck really struggling at the plate today. Already sat down twice swinging.
Williams a strike away from sending the Miners back to the plate.
Not a whole lot of rest for their offense, and that's exactly what you want from your defense. Keep them hot with a swinging strikeout again. Put 3 Ks next to Beck's name and add another one next to Joe Williams as he strikes out there. Beautiful work there by Williams, able to navigate 1, 2, 3. Miners coming right back up on the bats in the bottom of the 7th, hoping.
Hey, big thanks
to
to sponsor
We are back here in the
That's
bottom
the
of the
Miners
7th.
shortstop
and
number
thank you
3,
for
David
sticking around
Bermudez
Miners
at the plate.
Baseball. It's been a long doubleheader day. Miners capturing the first win here, hoping to take the second here, but still stuck in a deadlock 0-0. Right now, Bermudez leading off. Could he go 3 for 3 with the same shot? A fly out to center, and that's exactly what he did. At least he knows the spot he likes. David Bermudez still searching for that first hit in a Miners uniform as he continues to fly out to the center fielder being Will Batts.
And coming up,
Kyle
second
Landers
baseman,
will play
number
now.
41,
He
Kyle
snapped a
Landers.
cold streak in his last at-bat single here and look for another hit here. Miners could use one right now. Morozic, top of the order, due up next.
What do you think the money line would be on Kyle Landers hitting a walk-off home run?
I'm not exactly sure on that one.
Call strike on that one. Nice curve to that one as it came back inside the zone. Went from high to low. Did a north to south action on that pitch. That one a bit too far outside though. Now Landers staring at an even 1-1 count. Any run coming across the plate would be enough in this inning. If not, we're heading to extras. Landers gets under this shot again, but it's going to go left. Foul of the line. Now back to a 1-2 count for Kyle Landers.
Trying to just find a hole in the defense. Morozic and Tyler Wilson. Just 2 total runs scored all day.
Landers popping it up. Leo Harris. Easy work on that one. It'll be 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th. A fly out to center and a fly out to left field.
Morozic can't get on. We'll go to extras.
Back at the
Remember,
top of the
runner
lineup
on
now,
second
center fielder,
to
number 8.
start extra innings. So the runner on second to start extra innings
Morozic.
for the Chinooks will be Ty Beck, which the Miners will certainly take one of the slower-legged guys in the Chinooks lineup.
Outside on that one though. Ball 1.
Yeah, if the Miners, a silver lining if Josh Morozic were to get out here would be he would start off the bottom of the 8th as that extra base runner on second base, probably the fastest man on the Miners roster.
Pretty strike on that one. He's really liking that curveball on the front door attack. Really getting on the inside of these batters.
Morozic 0 for 2 in game 2 of the doubleheader, does have a walk.
That one's going to be a bit low, ball 2.
Wilson would be next, Rother in the hole.
It's unusual to see Morozic finish a game with a clean jersey as he has right now. No stolen base or slide attempt so far. Is that one's going to be ball 3?
You know, the Miners changed jerseys in between games and where their home whites game 1 and kind of their alternate greens here for game 2. Chinooks here with their usual road blues. 3-1 now on Josh Morozic.
Gonna get a walk here. Instead, he's gonna get a chip shot down the right field line. And he's going to get going on a 1 bounce. He's going for 3rd. Oh, he's gonna pull back up. Smart move there by Morozic with a cannon of a throw out of right field. Colby Ferris manages to get it back in the cutoff. Grab that side by McCormick.
How about that for Josh Morozic? Runner on second now, 2 away. It's Tyler Wilson with the chance to be a hero. Morozic coming speed, obviously. Anything getting to the outfield, he's going to have a good chance to score on.
Fielder number 44, Tyler Wilson.
Like every time that there's an opportunity for a game-winning run for the Miners, it happens to be Josh Morozic that's legging it out.
Yeah, he had a deep fly ball to right in the first at-bat of the game for the Miners. They're just getting it over Ferris's head.
Tyler Wilson. Foreshadowing of that shot there.
Tyler Wilson to the plate now.
That one's going to be a bit inside. Similar situation with Wilson being the last out in this inning. Having that kind of speed as your leadoff or your man on base in extras would be extremely helpful. Wilson now take that one as a strike on the outside of the zone.
Wilson 1 for 3 today. Bounced into a fielder's choice his last time up.
Hoping to bring Morozic home and be the hero tonight. Wilson gonna try and golf at that one, but not gonna get it. Gonna be a 1-2 now. Try to dig that one out of the dirt.
No activity in either team's bullpen right now.
Now Wilson waiting on the next pitch. Neville's checking. Moroza gets second, delivers. Wilson, he's gonna pop it up again, but it looks like this one's gonna be put away easily. Ferris not gonna let it get over his head once again. Gonna end the inning, end regulation as well. And now, who's ready for extras? Because we're gonna have that for you in just a bit when we come back here at Herman Brothers Field. Be sure to stay tuned in to see the conclusion of this game.
Hey, excited about a fun weekend with family and friends? Make it happen by being
Well, welcome back to Extra Baseball here, Miners fans, as we have Ty Beck for the Chinooks standing on second, being their runner with the extra base rule. And now Leo Harris, their speedster and their DH for the game at bat, or left fielder, my bad. He's had some easy putaways. Going to be a bunt there. Seems to be his go-to move. Going to be able to get him on that one though.
Nice.
Miners picked up on that trick real
Nice
quick.
play by Jared Sweeney. That was a lot tougher than it looks. Obviously had to charge that one to get it, just throwing out Harris by his step so quick. Runner on third now with just one out. It's Will Batts. Minor infield going to be in here.
at the plate, number 10, Will Batts.
Harris. And at least advance the runner. Batts hoping to bring him home now. Williams gets a strike there. A strike that would go a long way right now. Williams is able to get through the first inning relatively quickly. This one's going to be shot into the outfield. Bermudez running up on it, trying to get a delivery home. Thompson gets the ball. And the tag. That's going to be a great throw by Morozic all the way from center field. Thompson just got in his way. And that's a great way for the Miners to keep him off the board. Morozic getting the high fives from his teammates, heading back into the dugout. What a throw from center field. And now all the Miners need to do is bring home Wilson, who's going to be their runner in extra innings. Sounds easy. Now they got to put it into action. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first extra inning here at Herman Brothers Field. Be sure to stay tuned to see how it goes.
At the plate now for the Matsu Miners, the right fielder number 48.
Welcome back
Casey
to
Ruffin.
Miners Baseball. We have a new face on the mound again. This time it's going to be Josh Harold, a two-way player from Redlands Community College for the Chinooks. He's a righty as well. Joe Williams managed to get out of that one thanks to the help of Josh Morozic out of the outfield with an outfield assist. So far, it's been a tight game. We've said plenty of times that the Miners have had a great chance to get a run across the plate. They've had the bases loaded twice and stranded them all. Now they have one of their fastest runners in Tyler Wilson on, and they have 3, 4, 5 coming up with their batting rotation.
Yeah, if the Miners want to win it, right now is the time to do it. Plenty of power in this lineup. Rother, Sorelli, Nakamura with Wilson on second.
So far, Harold gives up a real shot. Bullpen's got to move out of the way for the Chinooks as Rother makes him wake up. Harold's only pitched 1 inning so far on the season right now for Chuviak, allowing 1 hit and striking out 1, but no runs allowed. This is going to be a real opportunity for the Miners to break that 0-0 ERA. And Rother could have a great chance to do it all by himself. This one's going to be lifted. And he's going to get under McCormick, getting back. He's going to put that one away. Not deep enough to advance the runner either. Now Nick Sorelli going to be walking up to the plate.
Yeah, that's unfortunate there. Rother looking for at least a productive out. Unable to get it, so now 1 away for Sorelli.
And now up first baseman number 37, Nick Sorelli.
Sorelli, his time to try and be the hero.
And on second, 1 away for Nick Sorelli.
Now it's going to be way high. Just over Sorelli's shoulder. That's going to be ball 1.
Nakamura on deck. Sorelli 0 for 2. Worked a long walk in the first, grounded out to first in the third, and flew out to left in the fifth. Now here in the eighth with a chance to be the hero. As it looks like the Chinooks are going to intentionally walk him.
They might have watched that highlight of Sorelli's 450-foot home run.
I mean, I really don't blame them at all for that decision.
DH number
He set up
4,
the double
Kevin
play, first
Nakamura.
and second with 1 out. Kevin Nakamura coming to the plate.
And Nakamura, he might not have the imposing power of Sorelli, but he definitely can put it over the wall himself. Already has a home run on the season, and he's an RBI machine, leading the ABL and adding another one in the first game earlier today.
Sorelli with the intentional walk. Nakamura trying to be the hero.
Inside 2. Nakamura now seeing a 1-0 count.
No, Nakamura trying to find a hole in that outfield. Outfield playing rather in case there's a ball hit in front of them to throw out Wilson at the plate.
Also going to be inside, similar spot to the last one, ball 2.
No.
The space in front of him is empty either.
Remember, a lot of good pitch. I would think a fastball is coming here. Arrow shaking off a couple of signs.
He doesn't really seem comfortable with a lot of the catchers throwing him back. And that one's going to be lifted. Honestly, that one looked like he was about to go inside as well on Nakamura, but he just was getting impatient on waiting.
That was up and in. Nakamura. He knew a fastball was coming, didn't know where it was. Just couldn't get a good piece of lumber on it. 2-1 now, and Kevin Nakamura 0 for 3 today. In game 2 of the doubleheader, had a couple of hits in game 1. Trying to be the hero now for the Miners.
Nakamura going to see that one high. Ball 3.
Jared Sweeney, who's been in a deep slump on deck, 0 for 3 on the day.
Nakamura just hoping to find any green grass in that outfield to plate Wilson home. Instead, he's going to have to lean back and dodge that one for ball 4. Loading the bases once again. Here we go.
Yeah, this is the third time tonight the bases have been loaded. The Miners haven't got a run out of the first two opportunities. If you ever want to get one, right now.
They, for the Matsu Miners, third baseman number 28, Jared Sweeney.
Jared Sweeney with a shot to win the game for the Miners.
All he needs is a deep enough shot to get a sac fly.
Infield isn't really playing in. They're going for that double play.
On the outside, not going to get the chance. Might not be the most exciting way, but we might see a walk-off on a walk. But right now they're having an infield conference to discuss just that. They need to make sure that Harold doesn't end this game right now.
Sweeney up 1-0 on the count. Harold's had a tough time just throwing strikes this inning. If I'm Sweeney, I'm sitting in the box until I see one. Make Josh Harold get one over.
Skipper Tyler Braun having a conversation with Sweeney over there. He's probably giving him the same piece of advice. Just see the ball. If you don't think it's going to go in the zone, don't even give him the right to swing the bat.
With the win, the Miners would improve on the year to 4-2, winners of their last 4 if they can pull it off today.
So the Miners win here. They travel to Anchorage tomorrow, take on the Anchorage Pilots. Another road game. They need to focus on this inning right now. It's not going to go inside. Closer to the wrist of Sweeney. Ball 2. Miners are 2 balls away from walking away with their 3rd or 4th straight win.
2-0 on Jared Sweeney. Like I said earlier, if there's ever going to be a fastball, here it comes.
That one's finally called strike. 2-1 now. Only 1 out still for the Miners. He might be sitting on these just to see if he has the ability to throw a strike. Sometimes the hardest thing is to throw a strike to someone that you know is not going to swing.
The infield is playing relatively back. They're going for this double play.
And that one's far and outside. Ball 3. 1 ball away from a 4-game winning streak for the Miners.
Jared Sweeney, this is a big at-bat for him. Been struggling. This is a chance like Mike Ferreira. Mike Ferreira didn't even get a hit to win the game. Got a sac fly. Sweeney just a walk here. Obviously gives the Miners a win. That has to be a big confidence boost.
All that matters is the number in the dummy column. A lot of pressure here. That's going to be called ball 4. Walk your bases. Come on home, Wilson. And the Miners make it 4 straight.
A walk-off walk for Jared Sweeney. So we've seen a walk-off sac fly and a walk-off walk so far. Still no walk-off hits. Hopefully that's coming at some point.
Matsu Miners, it'll be a good game. Matsu Miners.
And Sweeney's going to keep the tradition going. Willie
Tricky,
Johnson's
I
going
think
to
we're
rip the jersey off
Chinooks.
him again. No Gatorade for him tonight. Lucky for him.
Thank you all so much for being here
Getting the
tonight.
fans hyped up. Everybody's having a good time, and this might have not been the most explosive way to finish a
Miners
baseball
are
game,
traveling
but it's definitely feeling good for the
Saturday.
Miners
They
and their fans to
are
watch
at the
2
Pilots
wins in
at
the
7
doubleheader
o'clock
today.
tomorrow night.
Miners really
Pay
bounced
off on
back
Sunday,
against their first
and
loss
then
to Chugiak.
here
And now
with the
it's
Anchorage
getting
Oilers,
4-2 on the
Kenai
season.
Peninsula Oilers
Really
at 7
closing
o'clock.
in on the top of the
on
division
Monday.
or the conference.
NIT
So, this has been Sean Meek and
Military
Bruce Landry.
Appreciation Day.
Watching.
Everyone is free.
Thank you
Check
for
it
joining
out.
us for the 2
Thanks
games
again
today.
for being here,
We will
folks.
be sure to be back with you tomorrow
Good game,
as
Miners.
we take on the Pilots.